what up, guys? Make sure you guys like, subscribe, get us to 5,000. These chicks, man, like the shit they make me do, bro, it's fucked. So let's get it done.
What's going on with crypto world?
Yeah, in the crypto world, nah, I mean, same old, same old. A lot of manipulation, as we've been seeing. And just yesterday, actually, I was doing live trading, and Jerome Powell, the FOMC meeting was yesterday. And like the minute he started talking about, because I don't know if you guys follow this stuff, but there's supposed to be 3 rate cuts this year. That was what they promised, right? From the
was that for Canada or America?
That's America. That's America. Yeah. Because they literally set the bar for the world, right?
Yeah.
So apparently now we're not getting 3 at all, right? We're getting 1. That's it. So
wasn't the one that was already done right now?
No. We didn't get any rate cuts.
But Canada got rate cut.
No, Canada did not get that.
It got 0.25.
Right? That's what like really dominates the markets, and you see the S&P, the Nasdaq, all the risk asset markets actually start acting up when that is set. When one bank in Canada gets a rate cut, it means shit, right?
Yeah.
So so these guys promise now we went from 3 because inflation is apparently out of control, and now they're gonna try to hedge it by just doing 1 rate cut.
So what does that mean? That do you think?
So I mean, the minute he talked about that, you saw market starting to tank, because everybody was expecting the rate cut to happen yesterday at the meeting, but they postponed it like they've been doing. And I just think this is just the beginning, as I mean, they said we're gonna get 3 rate cuts at the beginning of the year. Now we're halfway through the year, guys. Like it's the years, and I mean, it just goes to what I've been saying all along. Like you gotta, like 2025 is gonna be a mission. Like it's gonna be very interesting, because now they're saying 1 rate cut this year and 2, maybe 2 next year. So it's just gonna show like once the CPI numbers come out and you see how much it actually, the inflation really is. Inflation is not 2%. I don't know where people get this idea that inflation is 2%.
I think they're thinking like what monetary policy or whatever, right?
Yeah, but that's not the metric you measure inflation. Yeah. Inflation is measured based on CPI, right? Yeah. That's it. Like, you know what I mean? So people are just fooled by this. How is inflation 2%? Explain to me. Like, you know,
because
everything is so more expensive, right?
So what do you think right now? Like what's the price of Ethereum right now?
So the price of Ethereum right now is sitting at 3,600, actually 34 as of right now, USD.
You think it's worth it buying right now or no?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're getting it at a discount. I mean, I'm selling all my Ethereum in around September, October, when it's predicted to be around 8,000, right?
That's coming.
Oh yeah, this coming, like, so this is we're coming up into the precipice. That's why I'm also so scared for next year, because once this is over, bro, I promise you, and we'll come back and we'll revisit this conversation. But after this year, after this presidential election year, right? Trump. This is what we always see. Again, history never really repeats, it rhymes, right? Every single presidential year, you always see a shitty year dumping to the presidential. Come September, October, November, then markets start to cycle, because they manipulate it, right? Because when these guys want to get elected, they want to show out, hey, look at the stats, guys. Like, look at the markets right now. It's healthy. The Nasdaq is up. The S&P is up. Everything's up. Risk on asset is up. Like, they like to play around because they fuck the numbers up. And then now when you go to the following year, is always the time when everything gets realized and everything shits the bed. Everybody sells because they realize, oh, these guys they didn't really promise. They didn't really keep their promise, because now, and we're already starting to see that. If we're going from 3 rate cuts this year to 1 and maybe 2 next year, there was supposed to be a total of 6. You're not going to be seeing 6 rate cuts between now and next year. It's just not going to happen. So what that means is the cost of borrowing money is going to continue to get higher and higher. It's going to affect the real estate market. And I mean, the real estate market's been suffering. It's just only going to get worse. And,
how much percentage do you think it's going to go down from next year?
Maybe no. What do you mean, the interest?
No, I was talking about the real estate market. You think it's gonna go down?
Yeah, I think real estate market is gonna level out for, like I said, this year, because we're coming into a every asset class is gonna just level out, consolidate. We're gonna get a lot of capitulation, and I think next year you're gonna get hurt. We've seen it. This is exactly what happened. Like, during the COVID.
Go down
oh yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm not buying anything now. I've been telling people not to buy anything for the past 2-3 years. Like, if you're gonna buy out of country, out of state, right? Get properties like in Miami, Tampa Bay. Like, you want to buy stuff at the low, right? Buy in the red. Always buy when things are bleeded out, not when things are like we're still. I mean, we're still really overly inflated in the real estate market, right? So it makes sense. You know, everything can't go up forever.
Do you think it's better to buy commodities then?
Absolutely. I just don't see the perks in buying more
oil,
properties, right?
crude oil,
Exactly.
yeah,
Those things you can liquidate very fast, right? If I want to sell my house, $1.3 million house, how long would it take? How many people do I have to show it to that can actually afford it, that'll actually be able to get a mortgage? It's just a lot harder to liquidate an asset like that than me selling one Bitcoin that's right now $64,000. I could sell that instantly in seconds.
Is that 64 now? I
Yeah.
remember it being at 84, like not.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about American. American.
So right now Canadian's 84.
Yeah, it's still in the 80s because right now it's 64. Back when we were talking, it was at like 90 something. It was like approaching the $100,000 level.
I remember when it was like. I remember when it was like before COVID. It was like $3-4 grand. It was like people were like, it's so overpriced, and now look, it's fucking like crazy.
And that's the thing, right? Everybody always thinks they know where's like, you know, everybody, buddy, I've been in crypto for so long, and all you always hear is the same narrative. Oh, be careful, man. That's dangerous. You're gonna, it's gonna go to zero. It's not backed by anything. But what people don't realize is when you deal with an asset that's a peer-to-peer decentralized, it doesn't need to be backed by anything. It's backed by us. It's backed by the people. We dictate how much it's worth buying, right? Think about it. If we, the people that actually trade the assets, say, you know what, I don't think Bitcoin is worth $70,000, we won't pay that. And then the prices will capitulate, just like we're seeing in real life assets, right? So that's how it works.
Is that something to be worried about because the dollar is backed up by the military?
Yeah, but the thing about it, the dollar is backed up by a military. But what was the dollar backed up before that? It was backed up by gold, an actual feasible asset, a real life asset, and that's what it all boils down to. Now you have something like Bitcoin, and you say, well, what is Bitcoin backed by? There's no military behind it. There's no gold behind it. Whatever. Well, here's the thing: it's replacing the actual gold, the physical gold. Bitcoin, if you understand where the world is coming to, anyways, we need to go there.